Coming off a pretty bad loss this weekend is kind of a good thing for us. We were able to sit down with our guys and really dissect a bunch of things, and it was really our big first hiccup of the season. And glad it happened now and not wait until the postseason. So we're excited about what's ahead of us. The guys had a great workout today. First one back on the mat. And again, it's a great group of guys. They rebound good, and we're super excited about Sunday, senior day. I think we're doing student day, free chicken sandwiches for all the students. So it should be a great crowd, and we host a really good Michigan program. So we're excited for Sunday.
Can you tell us a little bit about the group that's going through a senior day here this weekend and what they've experienced and what they've brought?
Yeah, well, obviously we're going to lose Joe Zargo, Luke Meckler. They're the two guys that are in our lineup right now. And I'll tell you what, they've been a very consistent group. Leadership has been amazing between both of them. Personalities, they're just two of the best guys I've been around in a long, long time. We're going to lose a couple other seniors as well. Dylan Coy, one of them. Cale Anderson's been a great guy in our room. Right now he's battling some injuries right now. We're hoping to get him back for the Big Ten championships. But it's going to be sad to see this group go. Gannon Rosenfeld at heavyweight, again, he's filled in for us, when Braxton's taken, a couple red shirts here. So these guys have been very unselfish. Great group academically, and it'll be an emotional day Sunday to see these guys go.
Just like any sport, I'd assume more students, more energy, more fun for your athletes. But how have you seen that impact your guys in the past when maybe there is a larger crowd in a home environment?
Yeah, it's awesome. Even on the road, when we have a really small crowd, there's not a lot of energy around too much, right? And that's our job to get these guys going. But when we have a great crowd at home, our guys seem to perform a little better. The momentum seems to stay in our favor. We have a ton of high school groups and a ton of youth groups showing up at this event. We need our students out there for this, and it's our last one. It's our last one till next year at some point. So we got to go out on a good note, and we got a lot we got a lot to show after last weekend. It was embarrassing what happened last weekend at home, and our guys understand that, and they'll be ready to go. But we need a lot of juice this weekend from our students and our fans.
Do you think you know what happened last weekend, and is it something you can point at and say, look, we can be better at this, and there's a route to not letting that happen again?
Yeah, there was a lot. There was very low energy, a lot of technical issues. And then I think that just the momentum really went downhill. When you see your best guys that win all the time start to lose, right? And I think it just snowballed. But again, we got guys on this team that know how to wrestle, and they went out and didn't do the things they're supposed to do for one thing or another. And it is what it is. They know what they're doing. Technically wrong. They knew what they did. Maybe warm-up wise, things like that. They were not ready to go. That's our fault as coaches. My fault for not having them ready to go. Came off a good weekend last week, and maybe they were a little too high. So it was a good dose of humble pie. Perfect timing for us to get humbled a little bit, and then now a really great Michigan team coming in that. We got to go fight, or again, we'll get run out of the gym. So it's great. This is good that we come in as the underdogs, and we wrestle better. These guys thought maybe we were a little better than we were after last weekend. So we'll regroup and be ready to roll.
You made mention of you as a coaching staff having to be better at XYZ. I just want to kind of do a reflection on the sport as a whole and college sports in general. Talking about self-scout, has your approach had to change due to the changing nature of sports? I mean, these guys on a whim could decide, I don't like this guy, I want to leave. Or do you kind of stick with your guns? The guys who know you, feel you, and agree with you, they stay, and who cares if they can't get on board otherwise and they leave?
Right. So, that's a great question. I would tell you that our principles don't change, but the way we've gone about it has helped us to keep the group together. 10, 15 years ago, maybe you do things different. Now we get a lot of input from the kids. They're important in the decisions that we make in terms of, I mean, you're always asking them how they feel, what's going on with your bodies, things like that. But now you kind of gather them in there, and you make sure that they're on board with what's going on instead of it just being a coaching decision. You kind of say, hey, here's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? You know, we trained the same way last week as we did this week. Why didn't we perform? And then there's some outside factors, but today's day and age, we make sure that we include these guys in the process of what's going on. How do you feel? So if they do decide to leave, or if they do decide, right, it wasn't anything like they weren't included in. It's a personal preference. It's something better for them, whatever happens. But, again, our principles don't change, and those kids know that when they come to school here. Here's what we stand for. Do you align with that when you come here? Absolutely. And when they do, because you want to win a national title, right? These are what you have to stand for. And if you go to another program and want to win a national title, it's the same standard across the board. You know what I mean? The hard work, the cutting the weight, the discipline, the doing the hard things, the getting better technically, lifting weights, running. National champs do that across the board. And you just have to make sure that the guys you're bringing in are aligned with that. And our guys are. We have. I've said this every week. We have great kids, no doubt about it. And that's why I know Sunday we'll bounce back, and then we'll get ready. All right, thanks, guys.